Well, hello and good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the writer's room. Welcome back to me somewhat scrambling to get myself properly squared away for stream today because, oh dear God, could I not sleep last night? Like, I'm well aware of the fact that most of that was the rather excessive amount of caffeine I've been drinking over the last 2 days. Freaking two orange sherbet rains back to back. No, on back to back days. Yeah. I woke up once at a little after midnight, then again a little after 2 in the morning. Euro Dan, what's up? Good to see you. And then I woke up again at about 4:34, and I thought about just staying up at that point, but I'm like, no, no. I've been burning really hard lately. Let's get as much sleep as fucking possible. I went back to sleep, and then yeah, it hit like I got like another hour or so, and then finally just hit fuck it and got up. So, final dose of caffeine today. A little bit of sugar-free Red Bull. This is actually going to be my third can because there's only like 80 milligrams of caffeine in a can. And I can tell you from experience, going cold turkey after having 600 milligrams of caffeine in 2 days is a tremendously unpleasant experience. So we're back to stepping things down slowly but surely because good fucking God, the withdrawal headaches suck. And I wish not to experience them this time. But that little business out of the way, let's not beat around the bush and just fire Alan Wake 2 back up. Because another contributing factor to the fact that I couldn't fucking sleep last night was just how much of this game and the reality of it were just rattling around in my head. Like, this game fucking exists, y'all. It exists. We can play it. And some fucking how it managed to live up to every expectation I could have had for it. Like, I want to talk a little bit before we truly dig into this about just how anomalous Alan Wake 2 is. Not just in terms of video games, but across media. Like, the two things that immediately come to mind, the 2 points of comparison that immediately come to mind, are Duke Nukem Forever and Firefly. Duke Nukem Forever is probably the most obvious one in the sense that that was another game that was stuck in development hell. I think that one actually changed developers at some point, but it was this long-awaited sequel to a beloved franchise, and so catastrophically dropped the ball that I don't think I think Duke Nukem as an IP is just dead at this point. Like I think Duke Nukem is dead and is going to remain a relic of the early 90s. Um, as unfortunate as that may be. And then the other thing to consider is Firefly. And this one jumped out at me not because of any video game parallels, but because of the financial parallels, right? Like, just like Alan Wake, it was the first entry in what was hoped to be a series, and it flopped so catastrophically that the first season was canceled before it finished its run. Now, I personally put the blame for that on the studio running Firefly because having watched Firefly for the first time on DVD in its intended viewing order and then comparing that to the broadcast order of these episodes, it's no fucking wonder Firefly flopped. But that aside, like Alan Wake, it doesn't do great out of the gate. It flops pretty hard, and even though it has its fans, its very dedicated fans, as I am living proof of, um, we don't get the sequel straight away because financial reasons. But even then, it goes on to develop a pretty passionate cult following. Again, hi. And he, just like with Alan Wake 2 finally coming out, eventually, Firefly got its sequel in the form of the live-action feature-length movie Serenity. And as one of the producers said on the behind-the-scenes features on the DVD of Serenity, canceled TV shows don't get feature-length films. They just don't. And yet, and it feels, I feel so much of that same kind of vibe with Alan Wake and its whole situation because, financial flops don't get big budget AAA sequels, and yet. So between the sheer fact of its existence, how fucking amazing a game it is, on top of that, I fucking love this game, y'all. It is truly an absolute miracle of, I don't even think I need to qualify that. The existence and the quality of Alan Wake 2 is nothing short of a miracle. And I could not be fucking happier about that. So, with that all said, push. Oh, I didn't fix my Stream Deck last night. That was one thing I meant to do. But we do this button, this, and that button. And I think we're good. OBS? Oh, okay. Well, no, hold on. I can fix this. I think. Where's 1080? Hey, look at that. It worked. All right, I don't need DLSS for this. I think this was the setting. I think we're good with this. Full screen, borderless, DLSS. And then yeah. And yeah. Load up. Last manual save from last night. I played a little bit this morning just to see what this game looked like in at least upscaled 4K, and oh my god, this game is gorgeous. Like this game absolutely. Copy that, Toby. Will do. Hope you enjoy your lurk. But yeah, this game absolutely sets the performance bar that I'm going to be shooting for with my eventual PC upgrade. Like at some point, I want to be able to play this game in full 4K ultra settings, 60 FPS. It's probably going to take a 50 series card from Nvidia to pull that off ultimately, but it's the goal I'm shooting for regardless. And will do, Toby, will do. All right, so we left off going up these stairs. And now, plot board. Right, because we have a new scene here.
The new story beat fit the story perfectly.
Ooh. The cult used fire to claim dominion over the tunnels? Wait. Oh, shit. Okay, so something terrifying needs to happen here. Am I gonna actually get to, like, leverage my author skills for this fucking game? Is that what's about to happen here? Wait, draft 1. Echoes draft 1. The Remedy? Explain, please. The fuck you mean draft 1? Okay, so we've been using the missing FBI agent. I can go back with the murder cult? This is where the agent's trail went cold. A ghost. So his trail has gone cold. Okay, I'm gonna roll the dice here because if I were writing this, if this were a story that I was writing, the trail going cold means we're dropping that plot thread for now to introduce a new plot thread that will later feed back into why the FBI agent went missing, because that secondary plot thread will end with a revelation that reheats the trail, so to speak. So I think for this one, especially since something terrifying happened here, I think this is where we're going to introduce the murder cult subplot. It's what I would do. It's how I would write it.
The scene had changed.
Am I going to regret the fact that I wrote it this way? Oh god, no, I need that light. Okay, I don't see anything back here. Can't go this way. I don't see any shadows. What do we have here?
The cult poured the gasoline over the train car. An iron cage that would soon become a coffin.
I'm glad you think so, Junk. I feel like I'm... Like, that's something I wish I could do more with streaming video games, is give more of a writer's perspective on things, but I so rarely get the opportunity to... Like, I so rarely get to do that beyond just, like, simple criticism of the writing, and that's not really fun for me. I know we've got 2 echoes back there, but I want to scope this place out first. It really is, Junk, and I was talking to my mom about this earlier, and it ties into what I was saying yesterday. Like, I find a form of representation in Alan Wake, both as a character and as a franchise, that is so unique that it makes it hit that much harder for me. Like with the only other piece of media that has affected me as much as Alan Wake, if not more, and granted, this is going to be more, a little bit, was Into the Spider-Verse, for probably obvious reasons. Between it being Miles Morales, between it being fucking Spider-Man, who has always been my favorite superhero, for reasons very similar to why Alan Wake is actually one of my favorite video game characters, is because I can see so much of myself in the character already, independent of, you know, culture or ethnicity. And I forget where I was going with that, but...
Go on, ma'am.
This is where the history of the cult gets genuinely disturbing. The cultists track down the torchbearers living in the tunnels. They lock the poor folks up in a derailed subway car, douse it in gasoline. Yeah.
Charming.
It turns into a bit of a ghost story after that. They say the dark smoke from the fire still roams the tunnels searching for new victims to devour.
There are no happy endings in this city.
The story thread felt important. I could use it in one of the scenes I'd found.
Oh boy. Yo, King, what's up, my dude?
I had a new beat for the story.
Okay, so it doesn't look like I can actually progress through here? But yeah, I think at this point, I don't think any other video game will affect me or mean as much to me as Alan Wake, because it is such a unique conflux of representations that are so deeply personal to me.
It could not be opened on the side.
Okay, so I need to find a way. I'm gonna need to find a way through the train. Literally nothing, King. All like functionally nothing. I've been actively playing for maybe the last 2 or 3 minutes. We just loaded up. We came into this area. We did discover that it looks like we'll be able to go back and revisit old locations with new plot elements. So that's cool. And it's looking like the way this could work is that I'm able to actually like leverage my skills as a writer to like actually in the game to maybe take the story in alternate paths, or maybe find more efficient ways through the dark place. I don't know. I'm very, very excited to see how this goes. Because, like, you know, we've been using the missing FBI plot thread, missing agent thread, for the last 2 scenes, Caldera Station and the collapsed tunnel. But here, we left ourselves a note. This is where the agent's trail went cold. And so, the way I would write this story is that if the agent's trail has gone cold, then we need to find another way to pick it back up. But because it's a story, the way we pick that trail back up has to be exciting, and it has to introduce a new element to the story, peel back a layer of mystery to a deeper mystery beneath it. And so rather than, because we had the option to continue just straight with the missing agent thread, but because writer, I went with the murder cult subplot here, hoping that I could use that to then reignite the missing agent's trail and then loop both of them into the plot thread, into the plot as a whole going forward. So we'll see how mechanically supported this is in the game, but I'm looking forward to it. And especially since the guidance for this scene seems to be something terrifying happened here, murder cults are pretty damn terrifying. So, okay. So that's our way forward, but we need to... Interesting. Okay, so we know that the torchbearers happened here, so I wonder if we go back to the plot board, is it going to replace it or is it going to add to it? The way forward through the bowels of the burnt carcass. Yeah. So it swaps it out. Okay.
The story was affecting the scene. The subway car had become a burnt husk.
Hello, Quirky. Oh my god, that's so fucking cool. No, but that's so fucking cool because that's how it works. You think, okay, we'll introduce the murder cult subplot to make the story more interesting and keep the pace going. But how do we introduce the
I had to
murder
keep
cult?
working on the story.
Why do we introduce the murder cult? What makes the murder cult relevant here in this scene? What makes the murder cult relevant in this scene is because the train we found was the death trap they used to kill the torchbearers. Oh no, the fuck, you're moving up on me. You stay the fuck dead. Y'all, like, I cannot. Oh, this is just absolutely grisly in here. This is so meta. I don't even think I have words for it. Aw, I'm sorry your phone almost died on you, Quirky.
It was real. It was all real.
Oh, that was intense.
Fuck me.
That's Alice's job, Alan. You gotta get back to her if that's what you want. Well, I'm glad to hear it, Quirky. It's gonna be fun having you in chat for this. God. That is meta in a way that I don't know how to articulate. I genuinely don't know how to articulate how fucking meta that was. Because this is how this is truly how writing works. You assemble order out of chaos piece by piece until you have an actual full narrative assembled.
The answer on the plot board.
Y'all, American Nightmare reference. Actual direct American Nightmare reference. The oil derrick. The wheel that we had to turn. Alright, that settles it. American Nightmare is canon. American Nightmare is just fully fucking canon at this point. Like my prediction, my prediction was correct. They canonized American Nightmare as one of his failed escape attempts. That settles it. I'm so fucking glad we squeezed in American Nightmare on Friday or Thursday. I'm so fucking glad we did that because I don't think I would have caught this.
I should work this out on a plot board.
I genuinely don't think I would have caught this if I hadn't done the American Nightmare refresh. Because unlike the base Alan Wake, I only played American Nightmare that one previous time on stream. I hadn't played it since. And then, of course, we have one of Pat Main's radio broadcasts from the first game. And then another manuscript. So these are two manuscript pages, one from Alan Wake, one from American Nightmare, and then one of Pat Main's radio broadcasts from Alan Wake 1. and truly, Chunk, I feel like that could be the subtitle for Alan Wake 2. That's so meta the game. But I like the fact that they managed to so accurately recreate the writing process in a video game and actually make a legitimate video game mechanic out of it. I like fucking hats off to Remedy for pulling this off, because I wouldn't have even known how to start thinking about how to do that. That is an absolutely mind-warping achievement.
Maybe I had missed something on the plot board.
It's not a lake. It's an ocean. The final bit of narration from the base game of Alan Wake.
Wake.
Okay, like, you're telling me to go back to the plot board, but you're letting me explore, so I'm gonna keep fucking exploring. I wanna know what the fuck is down here before I start fucking with shit. God, this is wild. More deer imagery. Water. Oh, we have light. We have light down here.
My path was blocked. I had to find a way through. The lights would help me.
Okay. Okay, so we have another break room in here. That's cool. Quick save. Our inventory's looking pretty solid. I'm not really worried about anything. Okay, so if I take this light, what happens? That happens. Okay. Hunted. Oh, fuck that. Nope. Go back.
Alan Wake.
Alright. It kept telling me to go back to the plot board up here. Why? What is on the plot board that we need to know about? You can only rewrite reality in a scene you're currently in.
Changing a plot element in a scene without being there was impossible.
Okay. Okay, so I gotta go... I would have to go back through the... Okay, well, maybe that was a bug or something. I'll chalk that up to a bug. Also, Toby, I will say, as much as I was hoping to see Barry in this game, I'm beginning to doubt whether or not we will. Just because Alan's refusal to Saga and Casey to let anyone know that he was back. Within the context of the game, Alan cares so much about Barry that he doesn't want to put him through this shit again. And he knows, as we all do, that if they called Barry and told him that Alan was back and in Bright Falls, Barry and Alice both would be on the next plane out to Washington. So I think if we see Barry and Alice again, it'll be very close to the end of the game. And that's if.
I needed to find the answer on the plot board. I had to be at the scene to see and understand it in order to change it.
Interesting. So... But if I take this one... I'm not noticing anything. But we're also not in a new scene. So... something gives that I am presently unaware of.
Alan Wake. Wake.
Oh shit.
I was sure the plot board had the pieces I needed.
Okay, that got a little creepy. Alright, let's go back to the break room and see what we can figure out. Because I am very clearly missing something. It's like fucking... Son of a bitch. It's writer's block as a video game mechanic. Fuck me. It's fucking writer's block as a video game mechanic. Fucking well played. You crafty sons of bitches. It's fucking writer's block as a video game mechanic. That's what I'm gonna go back to check, Junk. After I open this locker and find nothing inside. Alright. Place of power revered by the torchbearers. Find the right story, shape the dark place. A cruel murder site in the depths. Wait a minute. Am I gonna have to backtrack? Because we can't go forward. I'd have to go back to the derailed train. Collapsed tunnel. Okay. So I think we have to go back to the collapsed tunnel?
I couldn't add a new element from here. I'd have to go to the scene.
Okay, so I have to backtrack. Now, how far do I have to go is the question. Yep. It is exactly, Junk. It is exactly. Did that... Am I being followed? I really hope I'm not being followed. I don't want fucking shadow monsters following me. But wait, no. Backtracking's easier because now I can open this and I can just walk back through. Okay. Yeah, because this is... Okay, so the scene notification pops up when you get there, so... Okay. So this is the original plot thread that we followed here. And now those are reacting to the light. Which means there's a word of power down here that we can access. Or there should have been? Alright, now if we go back... Is it different? Because I don't see anything different down here. But I guess we'll find out soon enough. Maybe? Okay, so that's opened up. So then if we take this one... No? Because there's no scene description here. But knowing now about the torchbearers, let's go all the way back to the collapsed tunnel scene. Yeah, because now we can easily navigate through here. But I can't get through there. Okay, so then... Is it torchbearers? Yeah.
A sick and twisted story. But it worked.
That's where we came from. So... Come back down here.
Alan Wake.
Now, how far through here do I have to go to get to the next scene? That's Tim. Not that lost. Alright, so this is back to the collapsed tunnel. And I think... Why did the... and I think... Because we know his trail went cold here. But we also know that the torchbearers revered this place. And I guarantee you, if we go back to when the torchbearers were, the state of this place when the torchbearers were using it, the way forward is going to clear. Because now, as a writer, I have to figure out what was here before everything went to shit. The cult of the tree.
The torchbearers painted the tree there. The tree of knowledge. The tree of life with its roots reaching down to hell. It could have been a Christmas tree for all the good it did him.
I wonder what else changed down here. There's a thought rattling around in my head, but I'm not sure how to articulate it. Okay, well, we're clearly not going that way. Alright, so then the next creative decision I have to make is how exactly did the cult of the word desecrate this place? Let's find out.
I was making my way deeper into the story. I could imagine this murder cult performing their macabre acts beyond the collapsed tunnel.
Mm-hmm.
The cultists laid the Casey novel onto the altar with reverence. Their twisted Bible.
Okay, I'm not seeing any way to interact with it. Look at all of these manuscript pages. They must be from the Casey books. Hello, little one. I hear you. Are you gonna come play Stream Kitty? Hello. Oh, it's the baby girl. It's the fuzzy baby girl. Hello. What you doing? Goof. You're a goofy girl. I don't think the way forward is through. Maybe it's through here. I don't know. Let's check. Nope. Nope. No, it's not. So, if we treat this like a church, this would be the entrance. What else were you fuckers doing here? There's another break room. And I did not think I'd be playing Writer's Block, the video game, today. Cult of the Word. Okay, so this is the collapsed tunnel. This is where I need to be. There's something in here that I need to find. If I can imagine there's sick rituals beyond the collapsed tunnel. Casey's case. Find the right story. Shape the dark place. Missing FBI agent. Murder cult. I wonder if the change in color means that this is the right plot thread for this place. Because if I go beyond here, I leave the scene. Not yet, King, but thank you for offering. No, okay, so it doesn't change that.
The story thread felt right here.
Okay. So this is the right, I was right. This is the right plot thread. But we have to find a way. There's a flickering light back there. I don't have a hand flare? I thought I had a hand flare.
The darkness is coming! Get out of my story! Why did you choke? This is my story! Cult of the words. You're stuck in words!
I do like that they give us that audio cue that, yeah, you found the right plot thread. All right. Okay. But this doesn't help me. Let's... Word of lamp. Oh, crap, they're back. Fuck. Are y'all just gonna let me, like, chill and walk through?
Wake.
Nope. Nope, no they're not. No, they're not. At least he wasn't.
Alan Wake.
Yeah, okay, so the missing FBI agent is the right plot thread for this chamber. So then what am I missing? For the derailed train.
Alan Wake. Alan Wake.
Quick save just to cover my ass. Now we're back here.
My writing was affecting reality.
Okay. Oh shit.
Hello? Anyone there? Dead.
Alan, take that. Okay, now I have so many questions because the name that popped up on that subtitle was Estevez, and we know from the ending of the Control DLC that that's the last name of the FBC agent in charge of Bright Falls. All right, I'm gonna try. Okay. So, the FBI agent has a contact at the FBC. Maybe. Why? Because he doesn't know about the FBC. He doesn't know what they're really about. But he knows they show up for weird shit. And that even then, a murder cult worshipping the words of Alan Wake, trying to recreate his murder, the murders he wrote about, as a ritual to bring him back, that still qualifies as weird enough shit that I think it's believable that the FBI agent would at least call his contact and say, hey, look, I know you do a bunch of like really classified shit that I'm not allowed to know about, but is there anything you can tell me that's going to help me crack this case? So what was he doing here? What was he doing here? Because we see his tracks going into the train. So he was here.
But the story had to be dark.
And because we also know that the FBI agent is going through this place after the Cult of the Word and the Torchbearers have already done their shit. So I use that. Wait, can I not get back through here? Right, I can't get back through here because I don't need to, because the door is open. Okay, so where can I go? Am I not in the scene anymore?
Changing a plot element in a scene without being there was impossible.
Okay. So I have to find my way back to this scene, which is at a bare minimum on the other side of this door. Now, does that door close? No, it doesn't. Okay. But the tunnel's collapsed and I can't. But this means that radio transmission, that means... That means that there is a way to communicate with people in the dark place from the real world. But this plot thread isn't relevant to the murder cult or the torchbearers. And those are the two plot threads we're chasing right now to get onto the other side of this, which worked.
The plot changed the details of the world.
Something terrifying happened here, which, yeah, the torchbearers give us the best version of that. The torchbearers give us the best way through. So why? There's a word of power back there. I missed that. No admittance. Yeah, okay, so we got the word of power. What am I missing down here? Because nothing we've done changes this enough for us to get through. Hunted.
I had to figure this out on the plot board.
Casey was looking for a missing FBI agent. The agent on the trail of a murder cult, the Cult of the Word. Police of power outsiders in the tunnels. The cultists killed them to invade their holy place. Why? Why did the cultists invade this? Find the right story. Shape the dark place.
I couldn't add a new element from here. I'd have to go to the scene.
I'm missing something. So there's a connection between the altar and the way forward through here. I just have to figure out what it is. Ignore me. Thank you. There's definitely something I'm missing with the murder cult plot thread.
I changed the story. And with that, the dark place changed.
How far back does the murder cult plot thread go? Okay, so the scene begins here. Something's not adding up. So the torchbearers were here first. They built this place as a shrine to the Tree of Life. And the Cult of the Word came in. Killed them all. I'm looking for the cult. Did they paint over it? I feel like there's something I should be able to interact with here, but it's not popping up. The golden knot in a oh, that was you talking about this? Oh, son of a bitch.
The drifters had scrawled their symbol on the wall. A secret for those in the know.
It's it's the logo of the Bright Falls Electric Company. So, did that give me anything new? No, but they covered it up. Yeah, maybe. Not terribly, Toby, no. All right.
Wake.
Let's try this again. Okay. So plot
One
board.
element I found would drive the story forward. The plot changes shake the world around me.
All right, hold on one sec. There's the other thing we forgot about with the torchbearers. There's that.
The drifters had scrawled their symbol on the wall. A secret for those in the know.
I wonder if we go back to the missing FBI agent.
The scene and plot beat made sense together.
collapsed tunnel. Okay, so there's... Okay, so it's organized by scene. Alright, let me try something. I'm thinking... maybe the question marks on the map are things we can use to maybe track down the bits of things we've missed so far. Yeah, like there's something way back at the end of this tunnel. Gotta remember that I gotta hold it down for the map. Okay, so it's I have a flashbang. Okay, so it was a supply cache. That's good. There's something else. Something through here.
It was locked from the other side.
So how do I get to the other side? Shrine Street Station. No, that's the... Wait a minute. Wait a minute. How thoroughly turned around did I get? I'm going to go back down to where we're stuck from, and I'm going to open the map and see where that shows us we are. Okay. So we're down in here. Okay, this is Tim's room then. It looks like there's something just out back? Because you see this, there's something here. But what? How do we know what to look for? Alright, y'all. I'm gonna let this sit real quick. I'm gonna pause. I'm gonna BRB. Nature's calling a little bit sooner than I thought it would. I think I have the thread of an idea, and we'll see if it pans out when I get back.